Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Tea Time. If you are new here, thank you so much for watching. And if you are not, thank you so much for returning. For this episode of Tea Time, I'm gonna talk about resetting and resting. During this pandemic, most of us, that is what we're forced to do anyway, right? So I wanted to talk about this for a while because I felt like I needed to reset my life and rest. However, I'm a workaholic. I work, and I'm always on the go, right? And my schedule was crazy. If you would see my planner, it's like I had no days off and my calendar was always filled. And right now I'm forced to rest. And I want to talk about that for a little bit, and then I'm going to get into ways that we can reset. But lately I felt like I needed to get out of bed, but I just could not. I was stuck in bed and it felt like a fight to get out of bed. And there would be some days where I just simply stayed in bed all day. Of course, I got up to eat and shower and, do all that. But I'd get right back into bed until I decided that I have a choice. I can either fight this or I can stay in bed and it would not impact a single thing. It will affect me in the long run, but it would affect me negatively. And so I had a choice to fight it. And so that's what I did. If all you did today was get up, I'm honestly proud of you. Right now, we're not in a time where we have to rush to be productive. Sometimes productive looks like resting, and that is okay. For me, I had two jobs. I worked during the afternoon and evening, and then I'd work overnight on the weekends. And on top of that, I had schooling and I'd had other things like with church and everything else. So my schedule was full. And I honestly felt drained to the point where I felt depressed. I'm out of a job until schools are open again. And with my overnight job, we're not getting any tourists. So I can't work until we have revenue. However, I did make a decision to leave that job so that I can focus more on the things that I need to do, because I had to take care of my health. So if I'm feeling this way, I can imagine how most of you are feeling. So I'm gonna quickly talk about 7 steps. Originally I had 5, but as I created my blog post, I had 2 additional that I just wanted to talk about. So number 1, start and end your days with God. Romans 12:2 reminds us to be transformed by the renewing of our minds. So it's so important that you start your day and you're renewing your mind. And as you're going throughout your day, as Christians, it's so important to reset and renew your mind because we can encounter so much. But if we go to bed and we do not renew our minds and we're going to bed with a negative mindset, we're going to wake up feeling that negativity. We're going to go to sleep and we're tossing and turning. And that's why it's so important to renew our mind. Number 2 is to declutter. I decluttered my entire room throughout this pandemic, and I'm starting to work my way into my house, the rest of my house. As soon as I did that, I felt so much lighter. Get rid of everything that you don't need, everything that you were holding on to for a while. I've had things that I've had since elementary school, guys. Get rid of files on your computer. Get rid of photos and videos on your phone, clear up some storage. You'll see that when you do that, if you do that to your electronics and it helps it run smoother, imagine what you can do for your own mental health. It's that powerful. I'm telling you, declutter. And number 3 is to have a self-care day. Now you can either choose to get things done or you can choose to do absolutely nothing. And this is what I mean for those of you who feel like all you can do is rest and you don't want to be productive and you don't want to push during this time. And that is completely okay. I found that when I do absolutely nothing, I felt so rested. And at first I felt guilty because I'm like, well, I'm not doing anything. I'm not being productive. I'm just being lazy. There's nothing wrong with just resting and doing absolutely nothing. Don't do that for about 30 days though, because that's not good. But if you do that for an entire day, you'll feel so much lighter. Just be with your family. Do something relaxing, do something for yourself. It can be as simple as lighting a candle. Right now, I have my diffuser going on and my room is quiet and I feel so peaceful right now. Before, I'm gonna have to read it because it's a lot. Pick one thing to work on rather than work on several things at once. What I mean by that is go over daily and weekly tasks and set realistic lists. Some of our lists aren't really realistic and we have to set realistic lists. By realistic, I mean do what you can at that moment. If all you can do are 5 things in one day, that is fine. If you cannot do 15 things in one day, don't try to cram your day because you'll end up really cranky. So try to spread that out. And oftentimes we find ourselves disappointed if we do not complete everything on our to-do list. That's exactly what I do, guys. And remember this, it's okay to not get everything done. Choose a priority and get that done first. I love my to-do list. I like how it sections off because it helps me focus on my priorities and what I need to get done. And if I do not complete everything, I don't feel as bad. So you don't have to have that to-do list, but you can create your own. And I highly suggest you will feel so much better doing that. Number 5 is to exercise and eat better. I know all we want to do right now is eat snacks. We want to eat junk. Try your best. I'm not saying that you have to be a health freak. If you are, that's good. That's props to you. I mean, I have my snacks once in a while, but I also make a priority to keep eating the same things that I've been eating, which is keeping up with my vegetarian meals. And I'm making sure that I am going for a walk when I need to. I'm going for bike rides when I need to. I'm working out in my home, and I also suggest that you guys also go out for a run. Get yourself going and keep going. Keep yourself active. Don't just stay in your home and be idle. Number 6 is to have a mental health day. This one is a little different because I found that there are therapy sessions that are available online. If you are a student, see if your college, or I don't know if high school has that online right now. I know that they do offer it when schools were open, but see if your school offers free therapy sessions. With my college, it offers 6 therapy sessions that are completely free, and then afterwards you decide to pay. But don't go through this thing alone. I found that when I wasn't speaking to people, I felt down. But once I was on a Zoom call or a FaceTime call or just simply talking to someone over the phone, I felt so much better. So get yourself connected and take care of your mental health. Mental health also looks like spending time with yourself. You can journal. I love to journal. You can paint a picture. You can draw a picture. I picked up my guitar. I have not picked it up for so long. I picked it up and I felt every time that I pick it up, I feel so good. Learn a musical instrument if you haven't learned. Learn to do a skill. Find recipes that you can have fun with and just have fun in the kitchen, guys. And lastly, I have for number 7, rest. That's all I have. Just rest. And that is how you will reset and rest throughout this pandemic. You can also take these on for your week. You can reset your week by doing these things. So yeah, that's all I have. If you guys have any suggestions on what you have been doing to rest and reset and how you've been productive, let me know below in the comments. And also don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified on when I have a new video out. God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So don't fear, don't worry, don't look to the left and right, and don't look at other people who are fearing and worrying as well. Stay encouraged, encourage them as well, and don't stop praying. Pray consistently and fervently, and continue to stay in the Word. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.